Okay, we have here another integral from the MIT Integration Bee 2025 quarterfinals, round 4, number 2. We have the integral from 0 to 1, x squared over square root of x times 1 minus x dx. Okay, for this one, I feel like they're trying to slow us down in how they wrote it, maybe. That's the way I'm looking at it anyway, because, we're kind of multiplying or dividing everything. It makes me think of a simpler integral. Let's look at something else here. Don't count this against me in my time, okay? Because the clock hasn't started yet. I'm just doing a different problem. So what if we had something like this right here? I know it's kind of silly because the 1 minus x makes all the difference, but then you have x to the fourth inside the square root. You get x squared over x squared. This whole thing's just a 1. So when you integrate this, the solution is just going to be a 1. In our problem, it's not quite this simple, but we can still kind of just smash everything together because we can look at this x inside the square root as x 1/2 divided in, and we get x to the 3/2. Bring this, the 1 minus x part, into the numerator, and I can write it as 1 minus x to the minus 1/2. But let me just rewrite the exponents to make it clear what's happening. So for 3/2, I can write it as 5/2 minus 1. For 1/2, I can write it as 1/2 minus 1. And then it's perfectly set up to use the beta function. For the beta function, we're going to have our inputs into this here and here. And so we go to our solution, and what we're going to have is gamma of 5/2 times gamma of 1/2 over the sum of these two inputs, which is going to be a 3. So we're going to have down here gamma of 3. So now to finish it, we just want to simplify our answer. I've got some formulas here for the gamma function that's going to allow us to do it. First of all, for the integer value for gamma of 3, we can use this first formula, put it in terms of factorials. This is going to be the same thing as 2 factorial, or just 2. For this piece right here, I actually found the value for this in another video, and I found it 4 different ways, I think, or 10 different ways. I don't know, maybe it was 3 different ways. But we can just use this formula here. Gamma 1/2 is going to be square root of pi. So let's see what's going on. We'll plug in square root of pi for that part. Then this is going to be just 2. Gamma of 5/2, what we can do is use this middle formula here on this one and reduce it. So we reduce it by 1, we get 3/2, gamma 3/2. But then we can just use the formula again. So we're going to have 3/2, reduce this by 1, and we're going to have it times 1/2, gamma 1/2. Multiply this together, we have 3/4. This, we have the formula, this is square root of pi. So I can plug in here, 3/4 square root of pi. Multiply this all out, and for my final solution on it, we get just 3/8 pi, and that's it. Okay, there you go. Good one from MIT 2025. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a good day.